half underway in Nice at the FIBA Women's Eurobasket. Hungary trailing by 1. They've got the ball. Bernadette Hattar perhaps going to be a little more influential, but called for an early 3-second violation. Got to get her the ball if she's posting up.
You know what? I think right away, I thought they did a good job. I thought it was a well-run play, and she was demanding the ball, and they couldn't get it to her. So it's kind of the guard's fault.
And Andre, looked like Turner may have put her off her shot a little bit.
She came from behind and got the block, actually. And you know, as good as Turner is on offense, she has incredibly quick hands on defense as well, and she does disturb a lot of people defensively.
Now the dump to Hattar, and didn't catch it. Romeo now. Zandalicini pulls up on the break. Hasn't really played like an All-Star 5 member tonight, but you know, you're not going to play like that every night, are you? She made the All-Star 5 at the last
She averaged
Eurobasket.
19 points a game in 2017 at the Eurobasket.
And that was
All-Star 5, yeah. So she did get a hand on the block. You know, that was a block for Turner there. Zandalicini, I mean, that's a lot to live up to.
Roselle gets in. She sparked him in the second half last night, and here she is going hard to the basket. Getting to the free throw line. Kobai comes back into the game.
Who I thought in the first half, she did a great job for them coming off the bench. 2 offensive rebounds, 2 putbacks as well, much needed points, but just defensively, I thought she did a good job on Hattar.
Zele brings those positive vibes. That real sense of drive, literally gets the drive that gets her the 2 foul, or the foul, the 2 free throws. Satana back to Zandalicini. Puts it up at the line. That's Zandalicini. And that's Yvonne Turner. And again, she gets the contact and goes to the line.
And that's going to be the 3rd foul on Sotana, I believe. You know, we saw her get 2 early in the first quarter, and she had to go to the bench for quite some time. So, I mean, do you know, as a coach, do you leave her in and risk her getting her 4th early in the 3rd quarter?
Well, you got to have a feel for your players, I guess, knowing what they can do.
And Sotana's a veteran. I mean, she's played with fouls before. She knows that she has 3 fouls. But like I said earlier in the game, when we saw Yvonne Turner and Sotana have to go to the bench with 2 early fouls, they just don't play as aggressively on offense and on defense.
So Turner puts Hungary back in front. Zandalicini going right at Rakshani again. Passes it back outside. Cuccinelli now gets it back.
And to me, that's not good offense. I mean, I thought Zandalicini had the ball a little bit too much in her hand without any movement. And we've seen this time and time again from Italy. I saw it yesterday, and I've seen it today. They're just so much better doing that.
Romeo all the way to the hoop.
But when they have movement, when they move, a lot of times they just sort of settle for bringing the ball up and going and setting a screen. There's no movement, there's no cuts, there's no down screens, flare screens, back screens. They just kind of go into an on-ball and everyone stands around to watch.
Rakshani out to Zele. Studer steps back for 3. Oh, it was long. And the ball goes off the hands of Kubai, and it's going to be Hungary ball.
I think Coach Crespi might be asking, can you not video replay that?
You can only do it later.
Oh no, here's the fast break layup by Romeo.
Satana gets the miss. Zandalicini again. Back outside.
And that, for me, was better offense. I know they started with an on-ball screen, but it was kind of in a semi-transition. She used it, didn't have anything new that, but still dribble, penetrated, got the kick. You had a 1-pass, 2-pass, attack, kick out, extra pass, open shot. To me, that's okay. That's good offense by Italy.
Well, another turnover. The foul. So Rakshani, who's got the task on defense of guarding Zandalicini, that time picks up an offensive foul. Satana pulls up and sees the three-point attempt hit in front of the back of the rim and stay out. Kubai gets the rebound. Zandalicini. Oh, that was a brick. Now Turner. Zelle drives in. Great play by Zandalicini to swat, and also the good position by Kubai.
Come over and help. That was great defense by both of them, actually.
.12 on the shot clock. Turner inbounds it, and here is Zelle, and no. Oh, and she missed the layup incredibly. I would have put money on her making that. Zandalicini from the left.
And again, I think I'm an enormous fan of Zandalicini. I think her game is beautiful to watch. She's athletic. Her shot is one of the best shots I've seen. But right now, she is settling way too much for outside shots and tough contested jump shots. And trust me, she has the speed. She has the athleticism to go, to attack the basket. And right there, your outside shots haven't been falling. I know she was open from three. I know she could knock down those shots. But I think she should have shot faked, wait for a closeout, and attacked.
Well, I think Crespi must have the same opinion as you because he's taken her out.
And I mentioned yesterday, I was worried about how her playing more than 37 minutes on the first night of a back-to-back.
Oh, they get it to Hattar. Puts it up and in. Good drive by Studer. And finally, they're able to get it to their center in a position where she simply is not going to miss.
No, you know, she's someone who shot 67% during the qualifiers. And then now she just gets a silly foul, though. Only her first foul. You know, she shot 67% during the qualifiers to qualify for this tournament for Hungary, the best amongst all the players who played. So she doesn't miss a lot if you give her the ball in a good opportunity and a good position to score.
Well, Studer laid it on a platter that time. Now, Cinelli, it's a three, another one for her. So Cinelli now with 3 3-pointers. Studer tries to get it right back, but stays out. However, Hattar battles both teams going for the ball, and it's Romeo that hits it into the direction of her teammate, Penna. And Italy come up with the ball and a 2-point lead. Cinelli again. A little bit long. She's feeling it, obviously.
She is. She was 1 of 2 yesterday from 3. So obviously she's a good 3-point shooter, but I really think she's a big reason why they're in this game. She had 2 threes in the first half when they couldn't buy a basket.
And Romeo reading the pass, the skip pass. But really, Cinelli, all 9 of her points have come from 3-point range tonight. Which is not surprising because the Italians themselves, they've put up a lot of threes tonight. I think some of them have to go in.
Yeah, you know, they're only 5 of 22. Not a great percentage.
Studer into the lane, puts it up and doesn't finish. And Romeo over to Satana.
I mean, they were 7-21 yesterday for the game, so they've already shot more threes, and there's still 14 minutes left in this game.
Penna for 3.
And another 3. So you kind of, I don't know if that's the shots that they believe that they're being given from the defense, but
It's kind of keeping Hungary in the game.
exactly.
Turner over to Studer. Because eventually Hungary are going to find their rhythm again, and free throws are coming.
I just, I can't stress it enough. I think that Italy are relying too much on the 3, on these outside jump shots, like they're not falling. They have to realize that those shots aren't falling, and they're a lot better after, 2, 3, 4 passes, some penetration, some aggressiveness to the basket.
But Romeo sits down. I thought that was a good quarter for her. Good 6.5 minutes. And Dato has returned to the floor. Francesca Dato. And now timeout has been called, so the players retreat to the benches.
This isn't a bad timeout for Italy, because I think it gives Coach Crespi an opportunity to talk to him, because he has to know. His assistants are telling him we're relying way too much on the three-point shot. They're not falling. It's different when you're hitting your 3. But when you're shooting under 20% from 3, you got to think about other opportunities, other ways to score, and they haven't found that yet.
Right there, look at the numbers. Hungary can't throw it in the ocean from three-point range, and Italy,
I mean, they've only
one
shot
goes in
4
every so
free
often.
throws. So it shows you how not aggressive they are. I think, how many times you get to the line is a very good indicator about how aggressive your team is.
Absolutely.
And Italy aren't being aggressive because they're settling for outside shots. And I don't necessarily think it's because that's what Hungary is giving them. I think that's what Italy is deciding to do.
Settling for or deciding, yeah.
Exactly.
I don't think it's more of the decision. I think they can knock them in.
Yeah.
Well, Hungary had the biggest lead in the game at 11 points. But it is all tied right now, 33-33. It was 26-25 at halftime for Italy. And anybody's ball game right now. Francesca Dato. Remember, she left last night's game late with an injury, but her team rallied without her and beat Turkey.
See, I like this. I like this movement.
And great read by Turner. Knocks it away, but then Chinelli stops it. But then, what was that, a kicked ball?
Yeah, I think the ball went off her foot. Here, we'll see.
Oh, yeah. She stuck it in. Good spot by the referee.
But you know what? It actually turned out good, because Hungary were going to have a fast break opportunity. So...
They restart the shot clock on that?
Yeah, on a kick ball.
Okay. So.
No, sorry, they don't restart the shot clock. Unless it's under 14 and a kickball happens, then you go back up to 14. If it's between 14 and 24, the shot clock stays at wherever it was called.
Okay. Looks like they started at 24 again. Here's Studer. Porky battling. Studer comes up with it. Back to Turner.
And you just wonder when Turner's going to start to take over, like we saw her do yesterday.
Italy sagging defensively into the lane to try to cut off that penetration, but they still can't stop her.
I actually thought that was pretty good defense by Italy, forcing Turner into a spin move jump shot, but she still made it. Like, that's how talented she is.
Yeah, that's what it boils down to. She's got the capacity, the ability to make that type of shot.
See, right now, there's just so many passing around the outside. There's nothing towards the basket for Italy. We literally had 4 players standing around the three-point line. I love the ball reversal. Everyone touched it, but there was nothing towards the basket. There was no aggressiveness towards the basket.
And the difference being at the previous trip for Hungary, even though Italy were trying to clog the paint, Hungary were determined to get it in. Zandalicini on the baseline puts up an air ball.
And it wasn't just that there was no one penetrating. You also didn't have anyone cut to the basket.
Yeah.
And it's very easy to guard. They didn't make Hungary move.
Oh, good pick from Penna to take it away from Turner. And then Studer almost gets it right back. Good job by Dotto. Dotto, this time she penetrates but passes it back out. Well, she's stepping into that three, Zandalicini, and there is a great play by Dotto to rebound. But again, we saw it yesterday as well. She gets in there, but she's not thinking basket. She's not thinking layup at all. She's passing it back outside.
And you see Coach Crispy, you guys didn't quite catch it on camera, but you saw him talking to Zandalicini, and he was, just jump into your shot, follow through. So everyone has confidence on her. Anyone who knows women's basketball knows the name Zandalicini in Europe. So she is an excellent shooter. Tonight's just not her night.
Well, Dotto a little bit out of control, loses it out of bounds. And feeling a little bit of a recovery now from Hungary. 1.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter, starting to get their mojo back. Turner, though, taking a seat, taking a break. Deborah Dubé back in, she catches it. Varga also back in the game, number 10. Shot clock down to 5. Horty has to go to work. And boy, does she ever. Hungary back in front by 4 now. Now a bump by Varga. So 14 fouls now on Hungary. Any more and they'll be over the limit. Well, they have really focused their defensive attack on Zandalicini. I think they've won that battle. Here's Penna. Puts up the air ball. Dubé with the rebound. Italy
Again,
losing their way and continuing to settle for the long-range shot. Horty. Inside and earns a trip to the line, and that just illustrates it right there, doesn't it? If you make the commitment to go hard to the basket, good things are going to happen.
you are typically rewarded. Either you score or you draw a foul or something good happens, and that's what we've seen from Horty these last 2 possessions. And why are Hungary up right now? Because they're going to the post, because they're attacking the basket. They're aggressive. They just look more aggressive than Italy. And we said this at the end of the second quarter. I was very surprised, and I thought Italy were lucky to be up 1. I think they are even more lucky to only be down 6 with last possession, and possibly they can cut that lead even more.
Well, Italy should have the last shot. Satana finally drives, puts up, almost gets it to go, but a little bit of time for Hungary here. Brekshani has it. She's going to launch it and graze the outside of the net. So at the end of 3 quarters, Hungary have moved back into the ascendancy. It's 39-33 over Italy.